Well, Ciaran, you've been away to Cyprus for a few days. Just tell us a bit about your trip.
Okay, yeah, first of all, it wasn't necessarily a holiday that everyone keeps thinking that I've just had a mid-season break. No, I got the opportunity to go to APOEL Nicosia through some contacts, and they invited me in for a few days to go and have a look at what they do over there and talk about how we can work together as clubs. I jumped at the chance. I think it was important. It's a club of good prestige. They played in the Champions League. Well, they play in the Champions League on a number of occasions. You know, most notably a couple of years ago they were up against Real Madrid and Spurs in their group. So they're a big club. They're the biggest club in Cyprus. While Cyprus isn't now a notorious football nation of giants, it's a club. APOEL's a club that is that does very well. So I wanted to go over and have a look at what they did and see how that compares to what we do over here, what I could pick up from it, and again to see if we could build some links. It was a really positive trip. Really enjoyed it. I met some really good football people with varying experiences in the game. It was, it opened my eyes up to how football is over in some other countries. I mean, I was lucky enough a year ago to go to Spain and visit Sevilla and Real Betis, and this year to go to APOEL. So as the academy manager at Fleetwood, I feel like I'm being given a real good opportunity to go and broaden my views on the game and have a look at what other people can do and see how that can benefit us here at Fleetwood.
I guess when you do go on these trips abroad to different countries, like I said, Spain and Cyprus, you can always bring maybe something back to Fleetwood that maybe isn't here, and it's good to get those links and bring something different to the club.
Absolutely. I have picked up a number of things about how they do things over there, and also I spoke to them about sharing ideas. It's I do believe that in this country, in England now, with the academy system in place and the England teams winning World Cups at youth level, that academy football is in a really strong position now in England. But it's always interesting to go over and see what other people do. The facilities and the staffing and the money available in Cyprus is nothing compared to what's involved in the English game, but the talent and the coaches and the passion is absolutely there in abundance. Some of the sessions that I saw was excellent. It doesn't necessarily need to be on a carpet of a pitch or a fantastic new 3G for good sessions to be taking place. A lot of times over there it's on a 3G that looked about 20 years old, that hardly had any green left on it, on grass pitches that were really dry, and that's not to criticise them. That's what they have over there. That it's not a country like England where we've got all these facilities in abundance throughout the country, but it was interesting to see the strategies that they have in place to bring the best players in Cyprus together. They have a number of centres all over Cyprus that they have academies and sessions going on, and then when they identify the best players from them, they come centrally to Nicosia, to their main hub, their campus, and that's where they train as elite groups. So that was really interesting. Like I said, the sessions were really good, the structure of what they did, and the overriding thing was the passion of the coaches for their coaching philosophy was really good, and probably the take-home message from me about where we can take some messages from them about how strongly we believe in our coaching philosophy and our playing philosophy over here and at our club, and how strong we can push that home moving forward. And that's something that I'll work strongly with our coaching staff to make sure that we're talking and holding meetings and then delivering sessions and really hitting home about the way we do things here at Fleetwood and creating that strong identity that I believe that we want to do in the coming years.
I've seen a few pictures when you're over there, doing a bit of presentation. Pulpit Farm was on there as well, showing them the facilities that you have, maybe compared to what they're used to. Bit of a contrast, but like I said, the passion's still there no matter what the facilities are, and you can't take it for granted when you're at an £9 million facility. It's a game played on the grass, isn't it? Really, 90 minutes.
It's a massive thing, selling the story of Fleetwood is you know, it's a bit of a Cinderella story, isn't it? You know, when I told them that 10 years ago Fleetwood Town, because you know, I said to them, you won't have ever, well, who's heard of Fleetwood Town? And nobody had. And then to tell them the story about where the club has come from to where it's at, the investment that's gone into it, they were amazed by what we have here. And that's one of the key things of doing these trips and going, is to try and sell Fleetwood Town as a brand, to make sure that people know about Fleetwood Town around Europe, not just in this little peninsula in the northwest of England. We want people to know about the work that's going on here, about the club, about, like I said, the investment and selling this place. So, you know, I've already talked about APOEL coming to visit us with their teams, playing tournaments over here, potential staffing swaps for short periods where their staff come here and have a look at what we do and coach here, and our coaching staff get to go over there and potentially coach for a few weeks, just to learn different methods. You know, this club, we're big in our values about developing people. You know, I believe in that, and we want to push that forward. So we want to develop our staff so that we are really at the forefront of academies over here. It's no good to us just sitting here and doing okay. We want to get better all the time. We want to take this club forward, and we want to take this academy forward. And this is just another way of doing that.